The story of Widow's Hill is a key part of the Dark Shadows tale. It's an example of both the sadness and desperation we as human beings often face. It represents both a release and a reminder of those dark emotions. But what truly is a true story of Widow's Hill? The story is first told by Carolyn DeVicki. It is a story of governesses throwing themselves to their deaths, their spirits waiting for another soul.
Want something special?
Did you know it's 100 feet from the edge of the cliff out there down to the water?
Carolyn.
Did you also know that 3 people have killed themselves by jumping off that cliff? There was Josette, the wife of the madman who built this place, and a couple of others. Come to think of it, they were governesses, just like you.
What are you trying to do? Frighten me again?
The legend goes, Miss Winters, that the body of a 3rd governess will be found, huddled and broken, at the foot of yonder cliff.
Thanks. Thanks a big bunch.
Later, Elizabeth tells us a tale of widows throwing themselves to their chilly deaths below.
The first was Rachel Comstock. She was the wife of a fisherman. He died when his fishing boat was lost at sea. Her 5 sons, all of them sailors, were lost at sea too. When they brought her the news, she could only say a few words over and over again. The sea is my grave. My grave is the sea. And so it was. She came to this place one night and carried 6 white roses. 6. For every man who was lost. She threw them into the sea and then jumped to her death.
I've heard that legend before. It makes my blood run cold.
Abigail Tolliver was the second to die. She was a bride, only married a few days when her husband was found dead. Dead by drowning. She followed him into the sea. Her bridal bouquet was found on the rocks by her body. The last to die was Margaret Finley.
I don't know if I want to hear about her.
Margaret Finley. Her husband lost in a storm at sea. She came up here on that same stormy night and followed the others.
Why would anyone want to die that way?
They died because their lives were hopeless.
I've heard the rest of the legend is that they're supposed to be waiting for a 4th one to join them.
Yes.
Finally, we are told that Josette was the first victim of the Hill's dark allure. Her death damned the hill, or was it already damned? To lost souls represents escape, but what happens when the fear overtakes them? What happens when their lives end? Are they finally at peace, or as we see through their banshee called Elizabeth, trapped for eternity? Finally, and perhaps the most serious question, how do so many people get onto private property to throw themselves off? You think they would put a guard there? Like all myths, Widow's Hill has many different versions, from a tale of governesses looking for another soul to join them, to the peaceful death of Josette Collins. But which is the true tale? I look forward to hearing your comments down below. Finally, what is the dark appeal of Widow's Hill? Is it truly cursed? Or does its dark whispers of freedom attract so many people to its cliffs? Thank you, as always, for watching this video. I look forward to hearing your comments down below regarding the true tale of Widow's Hill. What's the true story? Is it the tale of governesses, of widows, or is it simply of Josette Collins? Or do you think it's a weird mashup of a few of the other tales? I look forward to hearing your comments about it down below. I also want to hear what you think the dark allure of the hill is. Is it just the aspect of freedom, or do you think it was cursed or damned, or whatever fancy word you'd like to use in that situation? I look forward to hearing that down below as well. Maybe Angelique cursed it inadvertently by throwing Josette off of it. She also was buried there, so that might be an interesting theory. I look forward to hearing them all down below. We all have dark shadows. Let's celebrate them together.